Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kayla, and I'm so happy to have you here today to talk about my cozy Christmas traditions. My goal here today is just to inspire you to slow down if you can the rest of this holiday season and create some intentional moments and quality time with your friends and family, whoever you have surrounding you this holiday season. I wanted to just inspire you guys and share some of the family traditions that we have. When I look back on my childhood, I don't necessarily remember all of the wonderful gifts that my parents gave me. What I remember most is those really special family traditions that we did throughout my entire childhood and just the time that I was able to spend with family during those moments. And so that is something that we try to recreate in our little family, and I wanted to share some of those special traditions that bring our family so much joy and maybe inspire you to create traditions of your own, or maybe get some other ideas that you could do with your friends or family the rest of this holiday season. So one of the things that we love to do with our family is going to look at Christmas lights. Now, we don't pay to go into like light festivals or anything like that. There are some incredible houses and neighborhoods here in Arizona that are totally lit up. And so we love to get some hot cocoa ready and get in the car and go look at some of these neighborhoods. We love to do our own house, of course, up in lights, but going to look in the car at other neighborhoods and houses that are totally lit up for the season is so fun for us, and it's fun for the kids. And typically it's more of like a spontaneous moment. If we have some time in the evening, we'll just start making the cocoa, put the jackets on the kids, and get in the car and go look at those lights. And it just tends to be a really fun, special moment. We started doing that last year with my son, and we've been kind of scoping out some neighborhoods we're gonna take our kids to this year. And then my niece and nephew and my sister and her family will all be here as well for Christmas Eve. So I think we're gonna go do that as well on Christmas Eve. And so that is something that doesn't have to cost a lot of money. You don't even have to do the hot cocoa if you don't want to, but it is really cool to just take some time, slow down, listen to some Christmas music in the car, and check out some of those beautiful neighborhoods that work so hard to light up their houses for Christmas. Another thing I do a couple of weeks before Christmas is I take an entire day and I bake homemade cinnamon rolls for Christmas morning. This cinnamon roll recipe is a family recipe that has been passed down for generations, and I have been eating these cinnamon rolls on Christmas morning for as long as I've been alive, basically. So I know that my great grandma used to bake them for my mom, and my grandma, when my grandma was alive, she baked them for all of us for Christmas morning. And so it's something that is such an honor to get to carry on. And I love the way they taste on Christmas morning. They are in no way healthy or clean ingredients, but they are so good, and we only have them one day a year. So I bake these cinnamon rolls all day, a couple of weeks before Christmas, and I make several dozen of them. I cook them and I stick them in the freezer. On Christmas Eve, we take out a pack that we're going to eat and heat them up on Christmas morning after we open presents. We enjoy that with some scrambled eggs and bacon, just so we have some protein to kind of balance out all that sugar and sweetness. But it is so good to have a delicious, warm pastry that we don't have the entire rest of the year on Christmas morning. It just creates that really special and intentional moment at breakfast time with our kids, and we love it. I know that my boys look forward to it all year long. So many of our Christmas traditions have to deal with food, of course, during the holiday season. So on Christmas Eve, it was always my dad's family's tradition to do tacos for Christmas. So we, as a child, my mom adopted his family traditions on Christmas Eve. So every Christmas Eve, we do a taco bar night. It's actually really fun, really delicious idea, easy cleanup, easy to put together, and we love doing tacos on Christmas Eve. So we do that every single year, and we've done it every single year since I was a very little girl. And so it's something that we're going to continue on for our family. So maybe it's tacos for you or another meal, having something that you can always count on Christmas Eve to just create that intentional time with your family. We have all of our extended family over on Christmas Eve after church. is so fun. And then when we're done with our tacos, we open our Christmas pajamas. And of course, right now, because our kids are small, they're still okay with matching us. So we get matching Christmas pajamas that we open on Christmas Eve, and we're taking photos with them, family photos. And then we tend to typically watch a Christmas movie on Christmas Eve after we open our pajamas. What kind of cool mom would I be if I didn't make Christmas cookies, right? So this year I am doing monster cookies, which is always my husband's request. I make them from the recipe on Half Baked Harvest. I'm gonna link that recipe down below. I made it for him about 4 years ago now, and he requests them every year since, so I have to make him a couple dozen of those. And then I always grew up with Christmas sugar cookies that my mom made, and we decorated with frosting and sprinkles together, and so that is a tradition I like to keep up with my kids. So I will be making sugar cookies this year, and we're going to have an entire sugar cookie night with our kids where we decorate sugar cookies, and this is actually going to be taking place on the 23rd of December. So then we have them decorated and ready to go for Christmas Eve night to put out for Santa. This year though, I am totally kicking it up a notch. I have taken a class on Skillshare about how to decorate sugar cookies using royal icing, which is something I have never done before. And so if you guys are unfamiliar with Skillshare, it is the largest online learning platform for creatives. It is so cool. It has everything from learning skills like photography to how to create a side business like Etsy, an Etsy shop, how to create online content, how to start a YouTube channel, anything that you can think of it has, including how to decorate cookies, which I've always wanted to learn. So I have taken this class by Lori Shannon, and she talks about cookie decorating for beginners, create incredible edible art. And once I saw this class, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to take this and learn how to decorate the coolest sugar cookies with my kids. I did want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I love taking their classes online. I've taken a ton of their interior design and interior styling classes. So if you guys are interested in trying Skillshare out, the first 500 people to use the link in my description below will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. I would love for you guys to click on that link and get started today. If you guys are looking to take your skills up a notch on your cookie decorating, definitely take that class. It makes it look so easy. So I'll get back with you guys to let you know how easy it actually is. So I'm gonna make 2 types of frosting, royal icing frosting, which is a little bit more difficult to work with, and then just like a plain buttercream frosting that the kids can decorate with sprinkles. I'm gonna have a whole table set up for them. And when we're done with that, they're going to write letters to Santa. What is so cool about that is Santa typically responds with a letter the next morning. If you guys want to learn more about that, I will go ahead and link something down below for you guys if you're interested in learning how Santa writes back. Of course, we have a little mailbox on our entryway that actually goes straight to the North Pole. I don't know, it's magic, and I think it's pretty cool, and the kids think it's really cool as well. Speaking of Santa, he usually fills our stockings. However, my husband and I love to add some stuff as well. So it's a little bit of Santa and a lot of mom and dad putting some cool stuff in there, and then Santa always does the big presents for the kids. So this year we are adding in some cool little elements in our stockings, and when I say we do stockings big in this family, Santa knows stockings are our favorites. So we have a lot of stuff in our stockings. In fact, typically we have what we call an overage bag. It's all the stuff that wouldn't fit in the stocking that we have to put in a little gift bag next to the stocking. It is really fun, and I love seeing what is in there, how Santa got creative with all of our stuff, and the little knickknacks that my husband and I find for each other and our kids. It is like my favorite part of Christmas morning. Another tradition that we have carried on Christmas morning is my husband's family tradition of reading the Christmas story from the Bible every Christmas morning before we dig into our stockings and our presents. We take that moment to really celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that morning and just read straight from the Bible. Now our son is 2.5, so reading straight from the Bible is great for us as adults and for my 8-year-old stepson, but my 2.5-year-old may not understand completely. So we actually have a little storybook for him as well that is a little more age appropriate for him to understand, that we can read to him on Christmas morning as well. So that is all of the cozy Christmas traditions I'm going to be sharing today with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I would love to hear what kind of family traditions you guys share over the holiday season in the comments below. Maybe I'll adopt them next year for our family. I hope you guys are having a wonderful December, and I hope you guys have a very, very Merry Christmas. I will see you guys in January. Bye.